Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brett Keene. It's about 9:02 my time. And I figured I would let you guys in on a little surprise and stuff, a bit of an experiment. You know that video I did right before William Cardinal's mirror video that I posted up? The video where you see the Muslims standing out in New York by a mosque screaming to hate America and that the Muslims should destroy us and that they're here to terrorize us and all this. You've probably heard that kind of shit so many times on the news that it just infuriated you. A lot of you, I could tell, was very aggravated, very pissed off. You were like, them damn Muslims that are raised in America, if they don't like it here, why don't they leave? I can't tell you how many times I've heard Christians tell me if I don't like the way America is and I don't like the policies and laws, if I don't like the churches that are sitting on every corner street, then why don't I take the fuck off and move to Mars? And we've heard so much religious nonsense throughout our years and throughout our lives and stuff. It aggravates us whenever we see shit like this represented on the news. But the cute little surprise is that there's so much bullshit and we see so much shit in the media. We see so much crap and footage that is offered to us, whether it be on YouTube, video sites, on our own television, on our own cable programs, that it gets to a point where we don't even try to find out the truth anymore. We think that we've got it all figured out. We think that we all understand what is the truth and what we know is gospel. But what if I were to tell you that the fat bastard who was wearing a turban in that video that I showed you wasn't even a Muslim at all? Now, this is where you all are going to probably go, whoa, what? But he was wearing a turban and he had the big beard and everything and he was screaming and yelling right outside of a mosque. I'm going to put a link in my description and I'm going to show you guys something called Revolution Muslims, which is actually a group of imposters who are actually asshole Jews who are pretending to be Muslims, who like to make videos on the internet pretending to be Muslims, chopping off mannequin heads and doing all kinds of ignorant shit, screaming and yelling out in the street all the time in New York and other states and stuff, trying to start shit and scare people into hating Muslims. It's true. Now, this doesn't take away from the fact that the Quran does command Muslims to do terror. This doesn't take away from the fact that the Quran actually has the character Allah, supposedly or allegedly, telling people that they ought to terrorize non-believers and do things like this. One of the reasons why these Jews are so damn good at pretending to be Muslims is because they actually take shit right out of the Quran and they take the shit that they've heard before and they fucking dramatize it for you. I'm going to offer you guys a link and you guys will see for yourself that the guy that was screaming and yelling and pretending to be a Muslim was in fact a Jew. This doesn't mean that there aren't Muslims out there who already do that kind of shit and act like total asshats. But in this particular situation, this is clearly indicated as a person who was raised in the Jewish faith, who has took it upon himself, as well as his friends, to fuck with our minds, just so he could get some attention, just so he could infuriate and raise the anger levels towards Muslims. With all the bullshit that we already have going on in this world, now we've got religious people posing as other religious groups in order to fuck each other up. They're willing to push propaganda on each other. And that, too, isn't really a surprise either, because Christians used to do that to pagans all the time in the past. And that's one of the reasons why so many beautiful, wonderful, intelligent women found themselves accused of being heretics and burned at the stake. Good morning and good night. I'll be making some videos later on today. Peace be with you all.